I don't know if I'm happy that we're on the same page finally, or still frustrated because this movie is
because now I've convinced you that it's a good movie.
No.
It's a political piece. It's a political masterpiece, taking a stand against the corruption of 1990s New York.
It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that
You would have liked this movie. I didn't know it was going to upset you so.
I haven't.
You're
I've
visibly
never
upset.
seen it in its entirety, only clips.
You still haven't.
And even from the clips, I was enraged. It's because it's just so far off from the source material.
But you don't think it's fun?
Bob Hoskins, right? That's his name?
Hodgkins.
Mm-hmm. He is the only thing that is the closest resemblance of the source material.
Sure. But
What?
at least they're all like, everybody knows what's going on. They're not camping it up.
Yeah.
They're like very believable in the moment. You know what I mean? Like even all the crazy old lady who robs them and shit, and Big Bertha, like
Big Bertha.
they're all in it, dude.
No, this is what I'm gonna blow your mind because I told you right before we turned the mics on that I stopped watching the movie 10 minutes before it ended just so I could watch how this movie was made.
I imagine with buckets and buckets of acid.
You're not totally wrong.
I mean, how else would you come up with these ideas?
Well, what the actors were so pissed off, they were openly upset at the directors on set, openly drinking in between shoots.
Hell yeah.
Because this... Should we get straight into it?
I love it. Honestly, that makes me love the movie more. But yes, let's go right into it.
It's way more interesting than the actual movie, the way it was made.
We watched Super Mario Brothers, the extended cut.
That's right. So by the time this comes out, the extended cut would have just surfaced for about a week.
I'm sure it's shotgunned all over the internet.
There was a fan you were telling me that just like put it all together on like Final Cut Pro or something.
Not just a fan, but like an actual film editor who collected data from Blu-rays and DVDs and original VHS cuts and found footage and deleted scenes online, composed it, color graded it, made it all kind of fit and flow as best as he could.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think maybe the most interesting part about watching it this time was seeing like how they edited it and like cut it down to make it into the movie that we know and the movie that I know and love. I've seen this movie a bajillion times.
A bajillion times?
I love this movie. Yes, it has nothing to do with Mario. Yes, it's so stupid. It is so silly and campy, but me and my brother watch this movie a million times because we love John Leguizamo and we love the Mario Brothers.
Yep.
And this is just enough of both of them.
It's really, I'm so, like you said, visibly upset.
You are. You were sweating when they opened the door?
Because it's really just their names, these two random characters thrown into this world that has nothing to do with the actual video game.
Completely. Yes, fair. And also, not even really their names. We find out when they get arrested that their names are actually Mario.
And Luigi Mario. Luigi is he's an adopted orphan that does not know who his parents are. Mario took him in, gave him his last name, which his last name is the same as his first name, Mario.
And he's teaching him the family business
of plumbing.
And he is, just let's get this right out of the way.
What?
This movie is more about plumbing than it is about killing turtles and saving the princess.
Yes, 100%.
This movie has so much plumbing in it. Like, there's at least 3 or 4 scenes where they're like, I need this wrench, I need a 4/15, and then they're like saving, like closing valves and stuff like that.
They make it a point to say that Mario is an actual plumber and he's just an apprentice.
He's an apprentice, yes.
He's not quite there yet.
Okay, we'll get into it, but I do want to say one of my favorite lines is when they get arrested. He's like, "Yo, you told me it's illegal to be a plumber in this city," and it's like, "Oh, Mario,
you're not getting it, dude."
We watched the movie called Super Mario Brothers. It was released in the year 1993.
Just as old as us, man.
And you know what? It's aged just as beautifully.
No, that is a slap in the face. If I aged just as this movie has, sorry, someone like throw me out a window because I don't want to live.
Throw me in the window because I do. Brooklyn plumbers, Mario and Luigi, get the shock of their lives when they discover a parallel world populated by intelligent descendants of dinosaurs. It seems they weren't destroyed by the meteor millions of years ago at all, but hurled into another dimension. And now they have a plan to rule our world. That one I added an extra now. It's up to our unlikely heroes to battle the evil King Koopa and his Goomba guards, free the beautiful Princess Daisy, and save mankind in this adventure of a lifetime. Christian, this movie Had a runtime of 104 minutes. But what we watched was a 2-hour cut.
124 minutes.
But you only watched 114 minutes of it.
Yes.
Which means you missed the post-credit scene.
And that's ridiculous. The fact that a movie of this caliber, when movies like The Avengers, they all deserve
Set the bar for post-credit scenes, too.
Yes.
And then you go back in time and see this shit, and you're like, what the fuck?
What happened in the post-credit scene?
Iggy and
Spike, the two henchmen?
are sitting on the couch being pitched a video game by 2 Japanese men.
Beautiful. That's probably the best part of the movie. And I'm so mad that that's the only scene that I did not watch. I'm so pissed off.
Hey, they saved the best for last.
Oh, gosh.
This movie had a budget, Christian.
I already know this stuff because I looked it up.
You watched it all.
Yeah, I watched, like I said, I watched the YouTube video that describes the history and how this entire movie was made. And so the budget's about like $41 million, right?
Yeah, 41 to 48 million bucks.
And then it made less than half of what it spent. So like a hair under $21 million or some shit.
Correct. And actually, as of right now, it's been out for 27 years, almost 28 years. It's only made $38.9 million.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they
hasn't made its money back.
able to put the extended cut out there.
And nobody gave a shit.
Through a link. Yahoo put it out there. So this is not like an underground source.
I found it through the AV Club.
Dude, yeah. And like no one is saying like, hey, we own that.
Disney's
so
like,
pay
we
up.
actually don't want that money.
No one wants to be attached to it anymore. So like people could just watch it for free. It doesn't even count as pirating.
People are allowed to make their own edits of this film.
Yeah. Copyright does not exist when it comes to the Super Mario Bros. Film.
Tell me, Christian, tell me a little bit of the background of the story, because I love this movie as a kid, and I love this movie as like a fun friend. You know what I mean? A fond friend, excuse me.
It was the first major motion picture based on a video game.
Boy, I believe it.
It was because everyone that was first attached to the project, the CEO of Nintendo and the people that what was the name of the production company? It was a very small production company that took over this. They believed that with such a big franchise, Super Mario Bros. Was at its peak at the time.
In 93, of course.
Even before this, they were thinking about making this 3 years prior, 1990. They thought a movie would only bring it more success, right? And so Nintendo, they didn't do it for the money. They're like, let's bring this to life. We trust you. We're going to pay this production company $2 million. And so like, okay. But then it went through so many different changes and ideas, and Nintendo was on board for it. I think one of the first mistakes is that they wanted to go in this direction that was grittier, darker, as opposed to just sticking with the source material, which is very bright, vibrant, and like geared toward kids, right? And
yeah, I don't remember a slum lord town in the Mario game.
It had like a writer that was attached to Blade Runner.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
At some point, it went through like 10 different script revisions.
Wow.
And one of the revisions was so action-packed, they were about to hit up Bruce Willis for a cameo, and they're like, this is too much. This is too much. There was so much on-set drama. It went through so many different directors. They finally stuck with 2 directors, a couple that are the current directors.
Morton and
Annabelle. Morton and Annabelle. I forget what their names are, but apparently they were tyrants. And everyone on set made fun of them because they were terrible. People on set printed shirts of mean quotes that these directors said at them and did not even hide them. John Leguizamo claims that he witnessed one of the directors go up to an extra, did not like the costumes, took a hot cup of coffee and poured it down his shirt, and the extra screamed. And of course the director is saying like, no, John Leguizamo's too far away to see what happened. I was just trying to make his costume dirtier, and I didn't know the cup of coffee was hot.
What? He has a reason behind it? What an asshole.
Right? And so doesn't that sound fucking fabricated? And
that's not even a good lie.
John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins, when they agreed to do this movie, the initial script was very witty. What was beautiful was closer to the source material, and they're like, yeah, we're on board.
Here's my question, and I don't want to be a dick, but closer to the source material, I've never heard Mario and Luigi talk ever in the video games. What do you mean? So in the original scripts, they just didn't talk and they ran flat?
Okay, let me tell you, one of the first issues that I had when you read the synopsis was the first word, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I heard was Dino Hatton.
Dino Hatton is a great
The
city.
name of the video games are Super Mario World and Super Mario Land. Choose something. Goombas are supposed to be those small little mole-looking things
with big heads, and instead they're small-headed, big-bodied things.
that are lizards. Goombas are nothing near... They don't look like dinosaurs.
I will be 100% honest. It wasn't until this last rewatch did I realize who Big Bertha is in the video game.
Is she one of the bosses or some shit?
She's one of the fish, one of the fish, like
And they replaced her with a big black lady
like a giant bouncing black lady.
who has like a weird romance with Mario.
A like very intense abusive relationship.
And Mario's digging it, even though he has
Like 3 other girlfriends.
yes.
What
all-
a douche, Mario.
And they're good looking.
They're all way better than Big Bertha. She's just not my cup of tea.
She's just a little too aggressive.
If you like Lizzo, you would like Big Bertha.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't like anyone in Dino Hatton. They're all thieves, all criminals. I don't know how you show this to a child.
There is nobody in Dino Hatton that makes it work, actually.
The first 5 minutes of this film is like a horror movie.
And they also like they get them. They're like, I think this is the Bronx, and it's like, wow, that's a real low jab at the Bronx,
That's
buddy.
messed up. And
They're
kids
really
are not going to
struggling.
understand that reference at
Yeah,
all.
man, that is like a level 2 1989 New York joke.
Yeah, and let's say it starts off with 3 nuns holding an egg. It looks like it's about to be a Conjuring film.
So the egg that hatches a human.
Dude, I thought it was going to be Yoshi, and there's a human baby in there. And that's Daisy? Get the fuck out of town.
I mean, that should have told you right off the bat to unbuckle your seatbelt and unbutton your pants because you're getting a blowjob for this ride.
Oh, how many kids cried during this theatrical release?
Oh,
How
it's
many
very
kids?
scary.
It's terrifying.
I remember the first few times I watched it, I had to like close my eyes a few times because the fungus is very like visceral. It looks
It's nasty.
it looks like human.
semen. You could say it.
I wouldn't. That's not what it looks like to me. It looked like
okay.
phlegm, but yeah.
It looked like overcooked scrambled eggs. You know, like when you scramble eggs and like some of it gets stuck if you don't have like a nonstick pan? That's what that fungus looked like. And spoiler alert, the fungus actually happens to be Daisy's father.
And who the fuck is Daisy's father? Is he in the video game?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. King Koopa is like a generic version. There's artwork of King Koopa, and he's a generic version of Bowser. I don't know why they just didn't
use
double down
Bowser.
on Bowser.
Yeah. They should have made Daisy's dad Bowser.
Where's Peach? What? It's not. Princess
Where is
Daisy
Princess
exists.
Peach?
I don't know.
Okay, look. Last thing I want to say real quick before we completely obliterate this film is King Koopa is definitely Ed Koch, like when they wrote this film, the old mayor of New York. But now he's Donald Trump. And
Yes.
like it's exactly stayed the same. Like his caricature traits have stayed the same. It's
Dennis
weird.
Hopper looked like Donald Trump in this entire movie.
Like if Donald Trump I don't know why Donald Trump doesn't be King Koopa for Halloween every year.
He should. He already is.
All he has
Every
to
day.
do is comb his hair differently.
Yeah, he has like these weird cornrows.
Honestly,
No.
costuming was on point.
Yeah.
Except for costuming was on point because they created this world. Costuming was not on point because Mario and Luigi don't wear their colors until like the last 20 minutes.
way later on.
Like, in fact, Luigi's wearing red for most of the film, and Mario's wearing like a
Oh,
almost
like
a,
when they go to the club, they're still not wearing their
they're
colors.
wearing like ketchup and mustard colors.
It's ugly pastel jumpsuits.
God, I love the 90s.
It's I appreciate the ambition, but you can tell that there was so much messiness on set.
I think they did a good job for how much messiness there is. Did you think? Okay, go ahead.
The producers there was so much drama that the producers didn't allow the directors to work with the writers ever, and this
That's a recipe for success if I've ever heard it.
John Leguizamo in the scenes where he's driving the plumber's van drank so much scotch, and if you look at some of the scenes, he accelerates way too hard and brakes so hard that he actually hurts Bob in the car.
Bob got very hurt in this film. He broke his finger. He like tore 2 muscles.
Mm-hmm.
He got like a punctured lung. He got like fucked up in the making of this film.
There's a lot of physical aspects to this movie.
Why didn't they have a stunt actor?
No clue. You know, Danny DeVito. So Danny DeVito was considered to be a part of this role, and he was actually interested, but he wanted to see the script first, but they didn't let him see the script, so he said, I don't trust it.
Smart.
Tom Hanks was down, and he was a yes, but the production company didn't trust him at the time because in 1990 he had a bunch of flops, and so he wasn't really popular. And
Well,
so
that
they,
worked out for him because in '93 he did Forrest Gump instead.
boom, this year, and also Philadelphia.
Yes, that's right. Forrest Gump was '94. Philadelphia was '93.
John Leguizamo turned down a role in Philadelphia for this role.
Whoa, what a weird parallel universe that must be.
Right? And he turned down a TV sitcom for about his life because he thought he was too good for TV and he thought that there was no way that this movie could fail.
Wow.
I'm saying, like, the behind the scenes of this movie, it's so fascinating, way better than the movie, but we are a podcast that defends this.
I love this movie. I mean, none of those things deter me from this film at all. They just makes me want to watch it again.
Okay, tell me, let's break it down. What's your list? What are your pros about this movie?
Just, I love John Leguizamo, period. There's nothing that he's ever done that I don't like. And I just think him with the detective from Who Framed Roger Rabbit are just the best duo. They're not at all Mario and Luigi, but they're their own Brooklyn problem. They have the same names,
Yeah.
kind of.
Ish. No one ever talks about their last names and it being Mario. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Super Mario Bros. That's what they're going for.
Is that how they got it?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it turns out to be a great bit. I think it's actually one of the funniest things in the film.
That was in the first writing, I bet, and that's one of the only things that like stayed throughout the whole time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like, this is great. Let's keep that for sure.
Mario Brothers, guys. And like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
10 iterations later, it's still, okay, good. They're still Mario Bros.
I love the fact that every car in Dino Hatton is run on like bumper car tracks.
Dude, I thought they were cable cars at first. Like the taxi cabs that like had a cable system, like they're an SF or some shit.
No, apparently they just like charge when they park or something, and like
And they're also highly destructive. Did you see that police car chase?
it has like a killdozer front.
Yeah.
That can like lift cars up and also lift itself up on cars.
Cars are flipping.
I love it. Cars are exploding constantly.
How many people are dying a day in Dino
Just gonna
Hatton?
say, a lot of collateral damage.
A lot. And no one's paying for that.
And Koopa's gonna get reelected again?
Oh, because apparently it's a democracy where only he could get elected. He's the only
Sounds
one
like
running.
Korea.
It's fucking terrible, man. And it's too gritty. It's too dark. It's too bleak. The jokes won't land for the kids. But to defend it, you are right. There was no scene with John Leguizamo where I disliked him. I understood his frustration on set. And I loved his semi-romantic scenes with Samantha Mansis, the girl that plays Daisy. I thought they were very cute.
She's adorable.
She was great.
I like Daisy in her badass like Terminator 2 outfit at the very end of the movie. Which you probably also haven't seen.
I stopped it right after they link the two dimensions and King Koopa.
When they get Thanos snapped into
A chimpanzee. When Scapelli gets snapped to a chimpanzee.
Yep.
The rival plumbers, the Scapelli bros.
who are mafia ties?
I think so.
Is that what they're hinting at?
They have a lot of power.
And also they're like, I wished that the Capelli Bros were actually Koopa. Wouldn't that have made more sense?
That would have made more sense. I mean, I just wish one complaint. I wish there were less humans.
Only one?
No, I have a lot, dude. But I guess
It was all humans. Dino Hatton was all humans.
all humans.
And except for the Goombas.
Two tiny dinosaurs.
Yoshi was a letdown.
Yoshi,
Looked cool, was a letdown.
a very cute dinosaur. Not Yoshi in my heart at all.
Who's your favorite Yoshi? I like Blue Yoshi.
Regular Yoshi, like the OG Yoshi.
I like Blue Yoshi because I just want to fly.
Ooh, my favorite Yoshi is specifically the Yoshi from Yoshi's Island where you take care of baby Mario. Do you know that one?
No.
Oh my gosh, am I sounding like a freak to you right now?
No, but that sounds like a game that you would like where you take care of a baby.
You would actually like it.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't teach you parenting skills, dude.
Does Yoshi have a gun?
No.
Then I don't want to play it.
No, but Yoshi has his tongue and can throw eggs and whatnot.
I bet he can.
You should. What does that mean?
Throwing eggs.
Okay. All right. Keep talking about like how you defend this movie because I'm really just gonna talk shit about it.
Look, honestly, all your complaints are actually pros. Okay, this movie needed more drinking and more injuries and more off the rails stuff. I like the fact that they forget stuff within 10 minutes of the film. Like when they're in that car chase and they slam on the brakes and the cops fly forward, but then like 2 minutes later, they're saying that they don't have brakes in the car and that's why they shoot out the tunnel.
There's no continuity. What's going on with this whole idea of de-evolution?
And I love that the settings are like, we can send them back to the Cretaceous era, the Jurassic era, or the prehistoric era. Or we can advance their... Why didn't Koopa just get in there and advance his brain?
Because he looks down upon it. It's a punishment to advance your brain. He wants to become a dinosaur again.
Thank you for explaining that to me.
Which is a weird concept. I'm not proud that I understand it.
You sounded like maybe you might teach a class on this.
No. Everyone fails if I were to be that professor, because don't take that class.
I wish I could say that this movie was filmed cool, like it had like cool angles, but it didn't. It looks cool because it was like Blade Runner-ish.
There were a few attempts at like cinematic masterpieces, like in terms of shooting it. Like some of those angles during the action sequences.
When they're like in the fungus, like at the little dinosaurs, and then it like pans up to them and you're just like, oh, they're trying.
Oh, that cameraman is very proud of himself.
They paid a lot for that dolly shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
That, and then the next shot is probably crap.
Is them putting scorpions in a hot dog bun?
That I enjoyed that part. Because that let me into their world a little bit.
I liked it because it came back to when Spike and Iggy were in the taxi and they're like, they said it's dog, and they're eating hot dogs.
Oh, yes.
They have, Spike and Iggy are the best characters.
They were interesting.
Once they got their brains bigger.
No, because Koopa says it. Once they got advanced in that machine, they didn't necessarily get smarter. They just had a higher vocabulary. They're just using bigger words, but still didn't know what to do.
In one of the deleted scenes that they added in the extended version is they sing a song in the nightclub.
They rap.
They rap to distract the Goombas from catching Mario and Luigi. And the fact that didn't make the final cut is maybe the most disappointing
It's frustrating. I enjoyed that.
That's one of the best parts.
Yeah. I don't know how that did not make it
clever.
in.
It was like a against Goomba protest song that they made up on the fly because they're so smart now and underrated.
You know, a lot of the actors did not like the club scene because you were saying that they were supposed to be strippers. They hired local strippers and they're supposed to be strippers there, but the producers were like, this is Super Mario Bros. Let's not put strippers in this. And the actors were like, oh my God, another quick change. And so they were taking it day by day. But I thoroughly enjoyed the scene.
Yes, I did. And the dancers looked great. All very human.
Yeah.
Not one dinosaur in the bunch.
No, they
danced like dinosaurs.
They did.
The song was very dinosaur-y.
They had choreo.
I do think though that if you are running from the Goombas, you could just get out of their eyesight every single time. That's almost always how Mario and Luigi get away from the Goombas.
Well, do you remember that elevator scene?
The waltz?
I love that scene.
That's a scene that I've always loved since I was a kid.
That's a good scene. That was like actually really fun.
That one and Daisy being like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat anything with a face. And it's like, oh, I don't think that's what vegetarian is.
Yeah, you kind of got it wrong.
But sure, yeah, nothing with a face.
Yeah,
she could eat fish. That was a big piece of fish.
Apparently that character's name is Toad.
Yeah, that's Toad. Remember him from the guitar earlier? He was singing?
Yes, that's him. You remember Toad from the actual video game?
With the mushroom head?
With the mushroom head? The cute, come on. Don't you understand my frustrations? He's such a cute character, ruined.
He had a spiral head instead.
Yeah, he was still like a nice character. Actually brought her vegetables when she asked for vegetables. He'd
Plays the harmonica.
Vegetables?
And then they light him on fire. They light Toad on fire, and then we don't ever see Toad again, so he's dead.
He's dead. She runs away saying, I hope he's okay.
That's the last thing we hear about Toad.
Toad, one of the most beloved Mario characters.
Burned to death.
He was just trying to make some money on the streets.
Singing anti-Koopa songs, which
arrested.
is illegal.
Yes.
Maybe he should follow the rules.
This movie's way too political for a kid's movie.
So fucking political.
So political.
There's like 4 levels of isms that like combine into one of like classism, racism, and like xenophobia. It's like they mix it all into one, and then they're like, we hate plumbers, and it's like,
whoa. What the heck?
Sure, let's see what happens.
We understand classism because these plumbers are dirt poor.
And the people in the city are poor too. Like there's poor people like Toad who's begging for money, and the people in the prison. Yeah. And then there's like rich people like Koopa who live in like this mansion with that weird lizard girl.
Yeah, I don't get it. There was on the streets, crime is happening and no one's doing anything about it.
The cops are doing the crimes.
They're terrible. They're terrible cops. There's a lady walking her baby in a stroller, which is an egg, and 2 dudes out of nowhere try to steal this egg out of the stroller.
But what does she do? Like a real G? Pulls out a gun and says, get away from my egg.
Get away from my baby. Get away from my baby.
Even better than that is the old lady who was like, oh, boys, "Do you from new here?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're from Brooklyn." And she's like, "Do you have any weapons?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, well, you should. Now give me all your money."
Has this weird gun and like takes that. Okay, what does the meteorite have anything to do with anything?
Because the meteor that killed the dinosaurs actually split them into an alternate universe, exactly right next to ours. That piece, once it's returned to the meteor, will give the synchronicity of 2 dimensions, putting them back together.
Follow-up question. What does that have to do with anything, though?
Nothing.
I get it. They leaned heavy into this dinosaur thing.
It's also crazy that the dinosaurs aged like the humans, like the mammals did on Earth, and they still built like New York with like a Twin Towers and like an Empire State Building and shit.
Yeah.
But then like, oh yeah, we're out of resources. It's like, oh well, maybe you shouldn't have built all this stuff then.
Oh, yeah, you guys definitely messed up.
Yeah, we're also running out of resources on Earth.
Yeah.
Constantly we're being told that we don't have enough stuff for the
Dino
people.
Henton is not that much better than like real life on Earth.
Just as populated as Manhattan.
Yeah, crime rates just as high. Wow. I don't know if I'm happy that we're on the same page finally, or still frustrated because this movie is
Because
boo-boo.
now I've convinced you that it's a good movie?
No.
It's a political piece. It's a political masterpiece taking a stand against the corruption of 1990s New York. Also, I do love the fact that they're like, we found dinosaur bones in Brooklyn. It's like, oh, you don't think every inch of Brooklyn's been dug up 4 times already?
At this point,
There is
it's
no
the
part of
90s.
Brooklyn that has not been like encased in cement for 1,000 years
And
by
not
now.
even that deep into the earth.
No.
It's like
Right next to the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, right. It's not deeper than the sewer system of New
No,
York.
no. The subway goes deeper than those dinosaur bones.
Yeah. How new are those dinosaur bones?
One thing I do want to say, I do have one complaint, and as much as I love this movie, this was something that I find frustrating every single time I watch it, and it's the fact that Mario doesn't jump.
He doesn't know how to jump.
He's scared to jump.
Yeah.
At least 3 times in this film, definitely 2, do we see him refuse to jump. When they first go into the portal, he like kind of freaks out a little bit, and then when they have to like jump over the like, I don't know, catwalk.
Yes. Where Luigi's floating because he's hooked. He says, "Try it, Mario."
Mario also is still afraid to jump, and it's just like,
that's your thing.
why is Mario afraid to? They literally, it's like when they wanted to make that Superman movie and like no tights, no flights, and it's like, then why make Superman?
Come on. Like if you're gonna take anything from the video game, the whole point is that they jump.
They read the back and they're like, oh, a plumber and Luigi go to save Princess Daisy.
One of the original scriptwriters, actually, he did not know about the video game, played it once, and then made a script. He played it for 1 day and then made a script. And that was the first iteration, and apparently that was the best iteration.
I mean, I bet it is, though. It's probably the closest to the source material because he probably had it the freshest in his mind. You know what I mean? How sad is that that's probably the best version? What? Okay, but let's be real here, Christian. And I'm not trying to be a dick. But Super Mario World,
Yeah.
what is the storyline that you could make a movie out of?
You have to save Princess Peach from Bowser, because Princess Peach has been kidnapped by Bowser, and she is in his castle. And so it could have been, and like the original iteration actually took place in some sort of fantasy land that somewhat resembled the video game, and it was supposed to be it was supposed to be Mario and Luigi with their sidekick Toad, and they're supposed to go through thick and thin to rescue Princess Daisy or Peach. I don't know who it was, and that already, like,
It's a good movie.
with the right writers, it would have been fine. But these directors were tyrants. They fired writer after writer after writer, kept bringing it up. There were changes to the script really last minute. The actors could never invest in a scene. They took it scene by scene because they're like, at this point, it can't hurt our character. That's what Dennis Hopper said.
It definitely looked like they filmed it in order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it definitely looked like, because I was watching it and I was like, wow, this is interesting, because like it seems like the movie is progressing as they're filming it. Like, it seems like this is almost a documentary where like not actually, but like it's almost as if they stumbled upon these people and like, start the cameras, guys, start the cameras. We can't miss anything.
Nope. I do appreciate the sense of community that was made through the
Hate of the directors.
exactly.
Yeah. Hey, hate builds strong bonds.
They were feeling the same pain. They were filming in the summer of 1992 in deep heat.
Carolina or something like that, right?
Yeah.
In a cement factory, if I'm correct.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly spot on. And so they're not having a good time. They're frustrated. They're having long days
What
on
does that
set.
smell like, you think?
Oh, nothing good, dude. A cement
Sand?
factory?
Sulfur?
What does wet cement smell like?
Baddies, let us know.
Let us know.
We are clearly not construction men.
And next time you smell cement, be safe about it and then let us know.
Don't stick your nose in it. I've made that mistake.
Ooh, yeah. Don't stick your nose and mouth in it because what you gonna do? Breathe through your ears after it hardens?
I heard if you do that, you can turn blue.
And then die. And then that's your quick funeral. Man.
You are this movie put you in such a sour mood.
Oh, yeah. Melissa FaceTimed me in the middle of it and she thought I was mad at her. And she was like, I'm sorry, should I leave you alone? Am I bothering you? I said, no, I'm just halfway through this movie and I still have another 60 minutes.
I am so sorry. I was actually getting upset because mine kept stalling and buffering. And so I was like, I need to finish this. I love this movie. Like I was organizing my comic books while I was watching it, and I was cleaning the house. It was a good watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it every second.
I'm glad at least one of us enjoyed it. I think
I'm really surprised that you hate it so viscerally.
it didn't help that I threw it up on a big screen too.
I thought you were gonna say it didn't help that I threw up.
Oh yeah, I wish I did. At least I'd feel better. Oh my, this was such an eyesore. But
would you watch it again?
no, I'll watch more behind the scenes stuff. I'm so curious about that drama.
For sure.
Like if the director's being so fucked up that they're throwing coffee on the extras.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked up. Also, the opening in the edited extended version that we watched is different than the original opening.
What was the original opening?
It's like a cartoon and like somebody like, what if the dinosaurs kept evolving like the humans? And it's really weird. So watching the extended cut version of it, it's actually
with
better.
the black and white
Dinosaurs that's a better version.
The claymation?
Yes, that's 100 times better. I'm telling you guys, if you are going to watch this film,
get super high.
Oh yeah, and drunk and whatever floats your boat. Get a foot massage. I don't care. But watch this movie, the extended cut that's on that dude's website. We'll post a link.
Well, honestly, if you just type in Super Mario Bros. Movie extended cut,
you don't even have to type in extended cut.
You're gonna find a link to the movie.
Type in Super Mario Bros. Movie and boop.
Yeah, you won't. Like we said before, you're not gonna get. You're not gonna get arrested. It's not piracy because they don't give a fucking shit that you're getting this for free. No one wants to be attached to this movie title.
They don't give a fuck.
It doesn't even have like a cult following, really.
No, it does.
Does it?
Because people like me like it.
Okay.
I like it. I know it's bad. I know it's nothing like the movie, but I enjoy. This movie is one of my feel-good movies.
Really?
Because it's so silly and dumb. And then like the grenade that comes out that like is burning forever.
There are. I appreciate that they attempted to throw in little. I'm not even gonna call them Easter eggs because they're not subtle. Of like, oh, this is a bomb, the wind up walking bomb, and then this is like the little rocket with the shark face.
Yep.
It's a bullet that he puts into like a gun barrel, and that's about it. That other than that,
Koopa.
The name, it's just the name.
Goombas.
Oh, these shrunken lizard heads that look nothing like actual Goombas. Toad is still makes me.
You. I know. I knew that one was
want
gonna
to
get
punch
you.
someone.
I'm sorry. I'm the only one in here, so please don't.
I won't punch you.
Thank
I
you.
won't punch you.
Do you? I'm almost scared to ask.
What?
Do you have a best person on set award?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be all the actors on set for just putting through with the bullshit.
Well, that's good. That's actually really interesting because my best person on set award is the director for putting up with all the actors' bullshit. Huh? There's two sides of every story, Christian.
No, stop. They are not good people. They are not.
I don't
good
know.
people.
Actually, maybe I should walk that back. I don't actually.
Bob
really
Hoskins, he called them, and excuse my language. He called the female director a cunt.
Oh.
And he said that the other guy was a fucking asshole. Openly.
An open asshole. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it back then.
Yeah, and I don't want to be on Bob's bad side. He looks like a scary dude.
I love Bob Hoskins. He's hilarious. And British.
Yes.
Best acting.
He told John Leguizamo, because the directors were also British, he was like, oh, not everyone in Britain's like that. So he separated himself from them.
Oh, man.
It's...
British classism at its best.
It makes me want to play the video game to help me erase this.
I do want to erase, some parts of it.
I want there to be... Now, after this, are they ever going to attempt to make another live-action Super Mario movie?
I think Nintendo is scared to make movies.
After this?
Yeah.
Has Nintendo made any other video game-based movies?
I would say no.
I don't think so. I think one of the closer, like let's say Sonic the Hedgehog, Ratchet and Clank. I'm thinking like animated.
Yeah, Sega and Sony.
Maybe they'll do like a Pixar-esque type of movie.
I think they attempted to make one, and maybe there is one, but I mean, it's been 20-something years since this movie came out.
Yeah, man.
I mean, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Say that one more time.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Can you break that down for me? I've never heard that before.
Really? That's a very popular colloquial.
Okay. Break it down for me, please.
Okay. So when I go down hit this road, I'm gonna explain this colloquial I got. Hey, buddy. Okay. Sorry, I just thought that was
What happened there?
I thought it'd be cool. I didn't have enough to rap and do the beat. But anyways, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned means, when you get a woman mad or a person mad, their revenge, hell is not even as bad as like a woman's revenge. And so I think like Nintendo is in this example, the woman, and they're very scorned and they don't,
Gotcha. Nintendo definitely regrets this decision.
I can't imagine why.
I think they just
still haven't made their money back.
Definitely. Yeah. 27 years later. They were just overly confident because the Super Mario Brothers, that name was just so popular. It was a household name that how could you go wrong with the movie with these great actors at the time,
They're still, is Bob Hoskins alive?
I have no clue. I know Dennis Hopper's not. He passed away in 2010 from prostate cancer, so rest in peace to him.
Hey guys, get your prostates checked.
Yeah, do it.
It's not gay if it's a doctor. Do you have a best person on set or a rating? I'm sorry.
It's gonna be a 1 out of 5 for me, man.
It can be that bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever rated a movie that? You know what? We didn't even talk about the ratings of this film.
Oh,
I
yes.
skipped right over them. I looked at them and I didn't even because I'm actually fairly upset. It's a 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb, a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 35% on Metacritic. Did you see what Google rated it?
No.
Would you like to guess?
67%.
55%.
Thank God. Finally a low Google percentage that makes sense. Usually it's just like no one's ever gonna rate it lower than 60 or 70.
55 might be the lowest Google rating we've ever seen.
Yeah, man. And well deserved too.
Woof.
But are you gonna go up on there and actually hit thumbs up on it?
I already did.
Really? Ugh.
I would rate this film a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
It's pretty middle of the road. It is kind of kooky, silly, dumb. But I also don't know the names of the characters in the Super Mario game. I just know Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi, and a couple of the princesses and Bowser. So like,
that's why. It's because you jumped into it without as much video game knowledge as I have.
For sure.
And so me being a fan, having grown up with the Super Nintendo, specifically those games, and playing it over and over and over again.
I grew up with the Sega.
There we go. That's the thing. So maybe we should try the Sonic movie and see if that pisses you off.
It's going to be like visibly ill like you.
Yeah, because it looks exciting. Jim Carrey.
No, stop it. Jim Carrey's way too skinny to be playing Mr.
Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, Robotnik. Yes, I don't know, but it's Jim Carrey, dude. At least that. And they changed Sonic's face finally.
Because everybody was so upset.
People were pissed.
We might have to do Sonic.
Yeah.
We might have to do Sonic.
That might have to be one of our movies. Wait. Before we end, if we could recast this, how would we do it?
Well, John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins for sure.
Okay, I think still at this age.
Miles Teller will be Luigi, and Mario will be played by Aziz Ansari.
I don't think we could do that. I think they're still Italian plumbers. They're not. Their names are still Mario and Luigi.
Okay, fine. Okay, but Miles Teller as Luigi is kind of a good casting.
Maybe.
Who do you think would be a good Mario?
Danny DeVito.
Now?
Yes. I think even now. And to see him jump high would be hilarious.
Is this an animated film that we're casting?
No, let's say live action.
No way, dude. No way, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if this movie could ever work.
It couldn't,
way.
but is there an actor who is kind of like short and the kid from Stranger Things with the curly hair and the no front teeth?
You think he could be Mario now?
In like 5 years, he'd be a good Mario.
5 years?
Yeah.
The kid's like 17, 18, right?
Perfect.
So when he's 23 years old?
Yes.
I don't even think he could grow a mustache.
An origin story of how Mario got a mustache.
Oh, no.
We'll make it dark. We'll make it gritty. And at the end, he finds Yoshi.
No, let's have Yoshi at the beginning. Yoshi needs to be more existent throughout. The baddies watch this. It's silly.
It's fun.
They even go through the pipes like they usually do. Once they go through mattresses.
Yeah,
like a slip and slide.
Also,
or
in the car, they're in that tunnel. That's kind of like a sewer. Also, why is that sewer so clean?
No, I don't know.
Isn't everything in Dino Hatton so dirty? And like they go into an actual sewer, and it's just like,
Whoa, this is the cleanest thing in that dirty ass city.
nobody flushes.
No one defecates.
Oh man, well that's all I needed to hear.
That's all I have to say about this movie.
You know what? I apologize on behalf of all of us Super Mario fans who enjoy this movie, because we know it's not good, but we also know that it's better than Space Jam.
No, Space Jam is way better. Well, the new Space Jam's coming out too.
Oh yeah, I don't know how that's gonna be
with LeBron, and that'll be interesting.
LeBron is a funny actor.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. Like in Trainwreck, right? Is that
Yeah,
what it's called?
yeah, of course. That's the only acting I've ever seen him do.
And it was pretty decent, so I'm not mad at it.
His Instagram's fun.
Is it? I don't follow him.
Oh, you should.
Well, that's all I have to say.
This has turned into like, yeah, follow LeBron James. But you can follow me on Instagram at call_me_Jesus.
You could follow me on Instagram at Christian Has Asthma.
You can follow the show at ICBTB Podcast. You can drop us an email or check out our website at icbtb.com.
That's right. Buy some merch. We still have a bunch of merch left. We ordered some more shirts. We have keychains. We have coasters and whatnot.
Sticker dickers.
Yes. Never say that again.
I actually don't enjoy that.
Buy yourself some sticker dickers, and or not if you dislike the way we said it.
Can we change the website to say sticker dickers?
No one's gonna buy it. No one's gonna buy it for a
week. Let's do it for a week.
Okay. Buy those sticker dickers.
Next week, guys, we're selling sticker dickers.
Oh Jesus Christ. But yeah, have a good day. Sorry, I'd have more to say, but I've really just.
You're just so upset.
Do yourself a favor. Really go on YouTube and watch the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
it's actually really fun to see how this was made.
And the honest trailer, that's pretty much fun. You get to see all the good parts of the film and then like laugh with us. And yeah, that's all you'll need to watch this episode. Watch those episodes.
Yeah. All right, baddies. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bad.